Yo, what's going on, guys? I wanted to show y'all something that I started working on today. Kind of reminds me of Silent Planet a little bit, like their new record. I'm using post-production from the Modern Metal Essentials Volume 2 pack that we just put out. And I just wanted to show you how post-production could really kind of elevate everything. So I'm just going to play the song, and then I'm going to show you how I implemented the post-production and how it kind of lifts everything a little bit further than just the initial core track. So let's give it a listen. Yeah, and then it just goes back. So yeah, I mean, literally all of these tracks here are just imported from the pack itself. I am doing some stretching, obviously some like mixing, just volume adjustment and stuff on the tracks. And I'm chopping them up and kind of having fun with them and transposing them. So for example, like I wanted to take this is called Alien Arrival, which I'll just pull up the pack. So if I erase this, just going to pull it up here. I'm pretty sure I used a swell. So, yep, here it is. Alien Arrival swell. So we're going to pull it in here. Okay, so it's not really time aligned. And if your DAW isn't quantizing properly, I mean, you can just hard cut it. And then I just drag it all the way over just to make sure we're totally in. Now, you'll notice this says F swell here. I want it to be an E. So, I mean, F is just one semitone above E. So I'm going to go down to my transpose feature up here, go down just one semitone. And I'll actually just solo the bass so you can hear that, yeah, it's not in key with, see, it's just sharp 1. So if I take this, transpose it down, see, now they're both, yeah, they're both on the same key now. So, all right. So that's how I brought that in. Easy as that. Okay. Yeah, so listen to this part without it. Let's mute it really quick. Yeah, and then listen to it with it. So yeah, it just adds a lot of drama to it. So let's move on. I also used this impact here called Clap Slice Impact. So this Clap Slice Impact, it sounds like what it states in the name. So we're doing this super echoed out too. I mean, like that's just the way I processed it. Oh yeah, I'm EQing a little 1.24K hertz and just putting a low pass on it, but just a slight low shelf there. And again, it's the same thing. So I'll show you, I did a reverse part here. So I'm just going to take these out really quick. I'm going to bring them in here. So these are definitely on impacts. So let's find my impacts folder. So yep, there it is, Clap Slice Impact. I'm going to just bring it in on the same track. I want to make sure it's on the grid. Okay, so that should be good. Cool. And all I did on this side was just reversed it basically. So I'm gonna, in Cubase 12, I need to make sure that I print it as a new piece of audio. Command R in Cubase is my quick key. And once again, I'm just gonna force it to be time aligned on the grid. And then I'm gonna fade it in since it's a reverse version of that sample itself. So let's check that out. Okay, notice that there's a little thing I don't like in it, so I'm going to chop that off. I'm going to just slide it over one. Because again, you don't want that like full impact. You just want it like right up to the actual impact hit. Like maybe I've got it on 16th grid, so I just chopped off like a 16th note's worth of the actual audio reverse sample. Okay, I'm noticing a little popping too, so I'm just gonna pull this and try to get it like as close as possible. Okay, that way we don't get any clicks or pops. Okay, cool. I really like that. So these B hats, these are actually in a tops folder, which is just like added percussion or just miscellaneous stuff. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to pull these out and bring them back in. So I'm going to look. So my BPM here is set to 128. So I'm probably going to want to do the 120 folder just because it's the closest tempo to my current session. So here's the B hats tops folder. I'm going to bring that in. So you'll notice since 128 is a little bit faster than 120, which is what this track is time aligned to, I'm just going to hit my stretching tool. So there's normal sizing, sizing moves contents, and sizing applies time stretch. I'm going to go to time stretch, and I'm going to dial that back to where it's just 2 bars since it's a 2-bar sample. And then I'm going to double that. And I'm actually going to bounce these together and replace them. And then I'm going to fade these up. And then I'm going to pull in another instance of those. Okay, on the same track. Again, I'm just going to stretch it to the actual grid. So now we've got a little fade in with some percussion. So the next, you could consider this a loop because it is doing this. Okay, so the tricky thing with this is, so yeah, I kind of wanted a nice texture above this just core drum, guitar, bass part. So we got. So I wanted to have something kind of ethereal on top of that. So I was just flipping through some of the packs, and yeah, there's this Depths of the Ocean loop pack in there. And yeah, so I see it's B minor at 130 BPM. So it's pretty close to 128, only do 2 BPM off. So I'm going to pull this out and bring it back in. Yeah, I had the Depths of the Ocean loop, so I just got to be mindful that it's 130 BPM and it's in B minor. So I'm going to pull that back into the same track. Okay, so since it's 130 BPM, it's actually going to be faster, so I'm going to need to stretch this sample out a little bit longer. So we're going a total of 8 bars here. But if you remember, it's in B minor. This song is in E minor, so that's what it sounds like out of the folder itself. I'm going to pitch it up so it's in key with the song I'm currently in. So I've got B, C, so that's 1, C sharp is 2, D is 3, D sharp is 4, and then E is going to be 5 half steps up. So I'm going to transpose it up 5 half steps. So now it sounds like that. So now we're going to listen to it in the mix. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. See, that's a happy accident. I actually wanted it to start on the downbeat of the chorus, but that was actually kind of cool. I may actually make that the transition into this chorus part now. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we have these slider hats that are in this first part. They just kind of do a nice panning effect, so I just like the panning aspect of these. I just went to the folder that was tops, and it was 120 BPM. Slider hats, yep. I just did the same thing, drag and dropped. Just brought it in and time stretched it. I just want to do something really quick. I'm going to play the song without any of the post-production, and we're going to play it with the post-production. And I'm going to show you just the difference of all these different loops and impacts and swells and risers and everything that's in this pack that just absolutely make it crush. So let's try that really quick. All right, now I'm going to unmute all of those. All right, cool. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this Modern Metal Songwriters Metal Essentials Volume 2 production pack. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and happy songwriting.